As we all know, Pokemon is a kid's game. It does have its fair share of spooky and ominous things, mainly the ghost typing. But in today's video, I'm going to be answering, what is the scariest Pokemon? Obviously, this is highly opinion-based since everybody's going to have a different feeling on what's the scariest Pokemon. For all I know, one of you guys might think that Bellsprout is the scariest thing on the planet. There are a lot of Pokemon. Specifically ghost-type Pokemon, what we're talking about. Scary, spooky stuff. And the first one that might come to mind is Gengar. You know, it's the original Gen 1 spooky Pokemon. The only ghost-type in Gen 1, I believe. So that makes it a little bit more interesting. We're not talking about just Gengar. We are talking about the most horrifying, nightmare-giving Pokemon out of all of them. We're going to be going over 3 specifically, and the first one I'm going to be mentioning is Darkrai. Darkrai is a Generation 4 Dark-type mythical Pokemon that is known for giving people nightmares. How fun. I believe there's actually an episode in the anime where several towns are being haunted by Darkrai at one time. Something tells me you did not have a good time growing up in school, did you, Darkrai? That's besides the point, though. The point is, Darkrai is very scary to be able to give entire towns nightmares to make them not be able to sleep. For goodness sake, even adults were getting nightmares. I've never seen an adult get a nightmare before. The second Pokemon I'm going to be talking about is Drifloon. Not Drifblim, the pre-evolution Drifloon. Normally in the Pokemon series, if you have a scary Pokemon and you evolve it, it's going to get scarier. But not the case for this one, mainly because of Drifloon's horrific Pokedex entries. I might bleep this out if I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube, but Drifloon's Pokedex entry specifically states that it tries to kidnap kids, which that's just like a very dark thing to say in Pokemon. Even in Legends Arceus, there's an entire side quest where you try to save a kid from being kidnapped by Drifloon. Now, if that's not scary enough, I really don't know what is. You must be like fearless or something. Seriously, that is just horrifying. I mean, it only kidnaps kids, so if you're over the age of like 7, you're probably fine. Now, before I get on to the scariest Pokemon ever, I would really consider you to subscribe. It helps me a lot. I'm trying to put more effort into my YouTube videos to make better content for you guys. I would really appreciate it. The scariest Pokemon, in my opinion at least, isn't even a ghost type. It's a psychic type. And now that I said the word psychic, you probably know exactly what Pokemon I'm talking about. And for my number 1 pick for the scariest Pokemon of all time, it is Hypno. Hypno is over 25 years old and still holds the crown for the scariest Pokemon, in my opinion at least. Now, it would be similar to Drifloon, and it might be confusing why I put Hypno above Drifloon, because they do kind of the same thing. But the reason why I put Hypno above is for 2 things. 1, Hypno kidnaps not only children, but adults too, according to knowledge, I think. I'm not really sure. Actually, I should probably look that up again. It does. It does. And number 2, it just looks creepy. I mean, Drifloon's cute, but Hypno, it's just unpleasant. Also, Drifloon, you can just run away or maybe pop it. I'm not really sure how that works. But Hypno, it can hypnotize you. I don't know how far its little thing works. Like, if you look at it from, like, 30 kilometers away, because the human eye can do that, if you're on a flat field, like a Minecraft super flat world, is it still going to get you? I'm actually not sure. I'm sorry if this video is quicker than normal, but I do appreciate you guys for watching all the way to the end. And let me know in the comments down below, somewhere around here, what do you think is the scariest Pokemon? There's a lot of picks, and I'm going to see a lot of Jinxes, because Jinx is pretty horrifying. It just doesn't say in the dex entries if it is horrifying or not. Once again, thank you everybody, and I'll see you around sometime in the next video. Happy Halloween, everybody. Something blocking me. Hold up. Okay, now I'm off centered. That was so stupid.